Hi everybody, it's Dr. Kerry Yerkew here. Welcome to today's live live video on our upcoming free webinar, which is tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about marathon running and training for your first full or half marathon. Even if you're doing 5K or 10K, this is a good event for you to join because you're going to learn how to prepare for that. And today I'm going to go over a few slides just to give you a sneak peek into what it's going to be like at that webinar tomorrow. So the first thing that I like to talk to new runners about is just picking a marathon and the route. So looking at the course map, looking at the weather at that time of the year in that location, looking at where the aid stations are, where the start and finish line are, and the history of the event, reviews of that event. Now, if it's your first marathon, picking an event close to home is usually a good idea, and one that's flatter, because it's going to be a little bit easier for you. If the race organizer has a good history, that's a good sign as well. And then you want frequent aid stations. You know, I would say every 2-3 kilometers. You don't want a race that has aid stations that are too spread out or not well equipped. The start and finish line, it's good to have them close to each other, but it's not always the case. And if that's not the case, when you're going to a marathon out of town, then staying close to the start line is really important. The weather at that time of the year, you want to dress accordingly, and you want to train for that as well. So you want to train in those conditions. And the course map, once you get closer to race day, you want to know what the course map is because you want to have a good idea in your mind. It's reassuring to know more about the marathon route. Nutrition is going to be important. So what's the right balance between carbs and protein, healthy fats, proper hydration and electrolytes, and the timing of your meals? Now, I'm talking about the time leading up to your the event itself, but so, you know, training for the event and then on race day as well. So that's going to be all very important. And so you really want to make sure that you're getting the right nutrition so that your body's healing and recuperating and you're strong and healthy going into the event. And then managing that event with eating the day before, the morning of, and then after the race. Some people like to have gels during the race. We'll talk about that as well. And we'll talk about water and electrolytes. We'll talk about running gear tomorrow. And that's going to be like shoes and clothes. If you have a running belt, you know what to put in it, gels, sunglasses, water, electrolytes, all of those things that you're going to need for gear. Areas that could rub or chafe. So we're going to talk about all those things and how important that's going to be for race day. And I would recommend that when you're getting closer to race day that you're running in that gear, even if it means that you have shorts underneath your sweatpants and because you're going to a warmer climate, you want to run in that gear to see what it feels like. You don't want to try anything new on race day. Now, if you want to sign up for the webinar, what I'm going to do is just put I'm just going to put that on the screen right now. So I'm going to put a link below in the show notes or in our bio. You can go there too. And what you're going to see is this menu right here. And you're going to click on Webinar on Running Your First Marathon. So this one right here. And when you do click on that, what you're going to see is this short video. You're going to see a description of the event tomorrow, and then you're going to see a testimonial. To sign up, you just have to put in your email address. You could subscribe to our email list. I think that's a good idea because we're going to be sending out more running videos and doing more webinars and masterclasses like this in the future. And then when you log in, you're going to get a ticket to the event, emails reminding you about it, and you're going to be in our database as far as reminders for future events. So that's the way to sign up for it. Again, I'll put a link in the show notes below so you guys can easily go ahead and sign up for that. At the event, I'll be talking more about the masterclass that we're going to have coming up. And so we're going to put on a self-study course that you can take. And then I'll be doing some coaching, and I have a limited number of spots for some one-on-one coaching. So if you need some extra help implementing a training plan, or things like diet and nutrition, exercise routine, managing the event going forward, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to help a limited number of people with some one-on-one coaching, either on a weekly basis or every second week. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow at our free webinar.